Well, I was meant to make this video a little while ago now, but I think in light of all of the Candace Owens nonsense that's been going on and her claiming to have undeniable concrete facts of how people are being paid by Jewish organizations to attack Candace Owens as well as Tucker Carlson. And by the way, her undeniable concrete evidence and so called proof is no such thing. I made a video about that yesterday. I'll be making another video as well today. She gets utterly exposed by the actual organization she accused of paying so-called influencers. And I say again, where's my money? I didn't get the memo. I mean, yes, it makes a great deal of sense, right? For a low life sort of influencer with maybe 2,500 followers thereabouts to be receiving $5,000 seems a little bit fishy, right? Seems a bit extreme, if you ask me. Now, if you know anything about the world of advertising and sponsorships and being paid to say certain things, you know that no one gives you 5 grand, no questions asked, just to say one thing, especially if your audience is only reaching, say, maybe a few hundred people, maybe a few thousand people. Believe you me, I've had people contact me in the past to advertise a certain product and they've asked me for my numbers and I've given them my numbers and they're like, hey, we're willing to pay this for it. And I've said, nah, I'm not doing any sponsorships on my show. Don't care. If I'm going to do a sponsorship, it's because I love the product or I love the thing. I'm not going to bullcrap my audience. Now, in saying that, there's a lot of influencer types that have infiltrated the MAGA movement, right? And now information has come to light to say that you've got foreign influencers that have been using these so-called like actual accounts, like Jackson Hinkle, for example. You have Jake Shields, Nick Fuentes, loads of others that have a massive reach. And apparently, because of their anti-Israel stance, they're being paid a lot of money. And this report came out from the NCRI, which is the Network Contagion Research Institute. So this was a big deal when it came out. Loads of people were sharing this and going, well, that actually makes sense. If you look at anything that Jackson Hinkle posts, it's like the guy is he's a homegrown terrorist, by the way. If you haven't seen any of the stuff that he's posted, it should concern a lot of you. He wants China to actually invade Taiwan right now. He is also pro-Iran, pro everything that is just against America, and he calls himself an American, which, yeah. Now, if we haven't learned anything about Russian interference, about all these foreign players, the Iranian side paying influencers to say certain things, Qatar, for example, backing Tucker Carlson's show, it seems to be like money is behind it. I personally don't think Candace Owens is being paid. I would be shocked if she was, but I think that she's just doing it on her own volition and her own hate. She's lost the plot. She hasn't been given what she wants. So she's just going to go after and act like a actual crazy person. But anyway, the false flags and the fake MAGA influencers. Now, this is also interesting because I don't know if you guys remember who Lauren Chen is. She got called out for being paid by Russian assets, which meant that she was, in fact, a Russian asset pushing propaganda to a certain extent. And well, her entire career just blew up as a result. Like that, you consider that to be treason, right? In America or just anywhere in general. You're putting your actual patriotism aside for the fact that you're getting paid. And she was getting paid a lot of money, by the way, and we haven't heard anything about her since. So I was reminded of her last night, actually. It just seems really interesting to me how one person can go from believing one thing 1 minute and then so quickly radically changing. And then it's almost like that radical transformation. They know to the T exactly what they're going to say. It's not like a gradual transformation. Oh, I've learned this, I've learned that. No, it's a straight away, like, I know this to be fact. Here we go. So the article goes, Amid the escalating war with Iran, pro-Kremlin and Iranian state-linked propaganda nodes flooded American social media while masquerading as MAGA loyalists. Their coordinated playbook delegitimized every fresh headline as a false narrative, amplified Tehran's lines, and accused Donald Trump of complicity and moral corruption. All these actions were in service of undermining American conservative unity in the lead up to an international crisis. These coordinated efforts, exploited with NCRI, identifies as a false flag reflex, a conditioned response that turns every major atrocity into trigger for trending conspiracy claims. Our analysis indicates that recent high-profile crises, including Uvalde, Crocs City Hall, October 7th, the Trump shooting, and other domestic attacks, triggered an immediate surge in online false flag discourse, emerging with minutes of initial reports and aimed at recasting the events as evidence of hidden conspiratorial plots, obscuring the true motives and perpetrators. In the days following these crises, Kremlin-affiliated propagandists and Iranian state-linked media are able to rapidly inject narratives that are taken up by MAGA imposter influencers who then inject them into MAGA-branded spaces, often within minutes of breaking news. I don't know if you guys have seen the videos that are coming out, like the bot farms. They're kind of crazy, to be honest. But like you see loads of these accounts. For example, here's a couple of them. Draven Nokus, potential reach 2.4 million, engagement 332,000 people. Adam Media, Jackson Hinkle, Amy Meck, Maribel Tweets, Jake Shields, it's Julian Rum, Nick Fuentes, for example. Like loads of accounts like these, you consider them to be counterfeit MAGA influencers. They're being exposed now. Like the truth does eventually come out. And usually when it does come out, the ones that were going, oh, I'm not paid, they get humiliated. So I think it is high time that all these influencers, like, for example, Candace Owens is always like, oh, they're attacking me because I'm telling the truth. Now they're attacking me because, well, I've got to now, they think that I'm being paid. No, we're allowed to call you out. Like, come on. Grifters like Fuentes and Hinkle ride the wave. A quarter of the replies are bots born on 2 magic dates tied to Russian state TV plugs. Real MAGA isn't run from St. Petersburg or Tehran. Treat overnight followers booms a suspect, mute the breaking false flag crowd, and starve the imposters of your clicks. So it turns out that if you have someone that their post literally explodes with all of these likes and so-called engagement, and they've got like a small amount of followers or whatever else, seems to be like the bot farms are infiltrating that too. The Misfit Patriot says, it turns out Jake Shields, Nick Fuentes, and Jackson Hinkle are all paid foreign agents. Yeah, APAC is the problem, like nuts. But Jake Shields goes, this R word gets ratioed on every post. So his way of coping is to blame bots. Exactly what someone would say if you're being paid. That's like the perfect script for it, isn't it? But anyway, I think it's a good thing that these people are getting exposed. We should keep exposing the truth. And everyone that's asking me consistently, well, Jay, how much are you being paid? Where are you being paid? Your Cash App, whatever else. I would love to know too, man. Like if someone can tell me where I'm being paid and who by, I would definitely love to know because I don't even know myself. That's how crazy this actually is. But anyway, that's enough from me. You guys take care. Be blessed. And I'll see you all in the next video.